high ankle injury this past Sunday. The Lakers going to be without LeBron tonight against the Jazz. AD not expected to play either. LA is a 13-point underdog because of those two absences. However, both could be back tomorrow against my Pelicans. Shannon, the Lakers are back in 10th place after the Spurs lost yesterday. So, prediction time. Will LA make the play-in tournament?
I'm going to say they lose out on the tiebreaker to the Spurs. I'm looking at the schedule, Skip. They're down. Now they're underdogs tonight at the Jazz by 13.
By 13? Wait a second. The Los Angeles Lakers
underdogs by 13.
Of Winning Time fame on HBO. Magic's Lakers are a 13-point dogs,
13-point dogs.
Okay.
I believe they beat the Pelicans. They beat the Nuggets, lose to the Suns. They'll beat the Warriors, beat the Thunder, lose at the Nuggets. So they'll win 4 of the next 3. And all the Blazers have to do is win 4 of their next 3 also. And, I believe they beat the Blazers twice. They got them twice at home. I don't know how the hell that happened. They get them twice at home, and then you get at Nuggets, at Timberwolves. I believe you lose both of those. The Warriors at home. Yeah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose out. Lakers going to miss the playoffs.
Miss the playoffs, says LaShannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, what I don't know, what the huge X factor is something you brought up before on the show. I don't know if the good teams will play their players down the stretch, and I don't know when they will say no mas.
Yeah.
Call
the dog up like, okay, we're positioned where we are.
Will they take the whole last week off? Because if they do, then all bets are off for everybody.
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen. It's completely unpredictable. I just think the Spurs are going to beat Portland twice. They're not back-to-back, but they're in 3 days. They play twice at home because of a pandemic cancellation game. So here you go. If they get 2 legs up on you by beating Portland twice, you're going to have a hard time.
Right.
Unless you guys get on a roll. Well, you could, but you're going to have to tell me, what's AD going to look like tomorrow night at home against the Pelicans? Will he be able to play 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes?
Right.
I don't know. I saw a report that he was going the other day on his foot. It's a sprained foot that's kept him out since February the 16th.
Right.
That's just extraordinary to me. And
so basically, he's been out 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's borderline inexplicable. How do you? Well, I don't remember sprained feet affecting it. Do you ever have a sprained foot?
I've never had a sprained foot.
I don't think so. And I've never heard of a basketball player having a sprained foot that kept him out for a long period.
Steph has one, but I don't know if they're gonna. I think they're gonna reevaluate Steph next week and see if he can play. But Skip, I think the thing is what hurt them is they had that 23-point lead on Sunday. Because now we got a cushion. You got a game to play with, Skip. And so because you lose the tiebreaker head to head, so the Spurs are saying, well, hell, if we finish a tie, we already done beat them.
Okay,
so we good.
But if I say everybody's going to play their players all the way home, then I look at the Spurs beating Portland twice, but then they go at Denver, at Minnesota, Golden State, and at Dallas, and that's back-to-back to end the year. Well, I don't think they can win any of those last 4. So that's 2 and 4. Well, can you beat 2 and 4? I think you could. If AD is like even lowercase AD, couldn't you be? This is the team that was picked to win it all.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. Even if you guys go 3 and 3. The Lakers need to go 5 and 2 because they can't leave. You can't have the same record. If you got the same record, you lose.
Okay, but now you're 1 game up on them in the loss column, right?
Right.
Because of the Keldon Johnson play. Could we see that real quick?
I was on the phone last night with Ash. I said, you about to throw up.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, way to go.
I love it.
Here it is, last play. This is to win.
That was a great play. Skip, that was a great design.
What a great call. And Desmond Bain gets over. And I don't think he got fingertips on the ball. I just think he bothered enough that it didn't quite get home. Way to come off, Desmond Bain. It was a great play call.
It was.
It worked.
He faked the screen, dived to the basket.
Yep. Couldn't run a better
Look at this. No, I'm not. You were crying.
Not the easiest shot, though. Running away from the basket and have to go left hand over contest.
Yes.
right?
You were sick, weren't you?
Well, all I know is every time I look up, Memphis does it again.
Right.
They're now 19-2 without Ja Morant.
But Skip, you guys wouldn't go away. The Grizzlies was up like double digits. You guys come back, cut it to 1. They go up by 9 again. And the next thing I know, it's like, hold on. Man, Spurs, go away.
Yep, I agree. Here's the bottom line to this. I am actually rooting for LeBron James here because I want to see LeBron with the 10 seed, and I want to see what he can do with the 10 seed.
You know what he going to do.
Huh?
We'll come up out of that thing.
It's like beneath your dignity.
We'll
LeBron James with the preseason favorite is going to be the last team into the play-in.
We're going to come up out of there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, can AD lift you up out of there?
No, go.
Go?
Go.
Huh?
Go, average 40.
Huh?
The 2 playing games, I guarantee you, he'll give you 40 pieces.
Well, Goat plays no defense, so maybe AD will start rim protecting.
Well, it's Skip, here you can't protect from the bench. Ain't nobody blocking no shots from the bench. Ain't nobody over there. So, can we get him on the court?
I think you got a shot.
Yeah,
Gonna be a good one tomorrow
said that.
night.
No,
I'm not.
That's
I
for
do
sure,
think you have a
gentlemen.
shot.
I'm not getting my
I'll be
hopes
looking
up.
forward to that show after that one. All right, still to come this morning. Was Tom Brady responsible for
Yep.
Bruce Arians' resignation? Find out what the guys have to say
Yep,
and
he
why up next. Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd was asked to pick between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. The Hall of Famer chose LeBron because of what he's done both on and off the court. Kidd said, quote, "You got to put the whole package together." Shannon, LeBron's your guy. Do you agree with Jason Kidd's logic here?
Skip, you know, anytime I assess a player in his or her chosen profession, I never use what they did off the field into that argument because that really has no bearing on how great a player you are in your chosen sport. So when I look at this, yeah, LeBron James, what he's been able to do with I Promise, he's been able to take on social issues head on where Michael ran away from that. But Michael wasn't the only great player in the 80s and the 90s that shied away from things like this. This is not the way the players are currently, Skip. They're not only socially responsible, they're morally responsible, and they feel they have an obligation because of the position that they're in to say, okay, this is my community. That could have easily been my son, my brother, my friend, my cousin, or something of those magnitude. So I set that aside. I'm just looking at strictly basketball related. For me, Skip, what he's been able to do, how he's been able to do it, and for as long as he's been able to do it, LeBron James is the best player in my opinion. Now, Skip, you might poll 100 guys, and you might get 50 different answers. 50 for LeBron, 50 for Jordan. You might get 75 for LeBron, 25 for Jordan. You might get 80 for Jordan, 20 for LeBron. Okay, but for me, what he's been able to do, for as long as he's been able to do it, Skip, when I look at LeBron James is currently 7th in assists. He's 100 assists behind Magic. He's 293 behind Mark Jackson, which is 5. He's 294 behind Steve Nash. If he averaged what he's been averaging this year, he'll be in the top 4 all time in assists. All the while he's about the same time, he's about to be the number 1 scorer of all time. The 10 championships, yes, he lost 6. But to go to 8 straight finals, to go to 10 finals, the man has been in more finals damn near than everybody with the exception of the Celtics and the Lakers. I think that speaks volume. When you look at how he's done it, the All-NBAs, the MVPs, the Finals MVPs, the final appearances, the totality of his body of work, that's why I said, I'm not scared. Look, if you put off the court into it, it's not even close. It's not even close. But
I'll buy that.
I don't factor that.
It's not even close. It's not even a discussion. I mean, it's laughable. It's game over.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Because for me, what Jackie Robinson did was tremendous. But now I'm not going to say he's the greatest baseball player because of what transpired off the field. No.
Good point. Okay. All right. My turn. Back to Jason Kidd. I believe that Jason Kidd is a lot like Tom Brady in that deep down, privately, quietly, he is his own man. And I think he's very opinionated. And I think little of what he says publicly is what he believes deep down privately. So he's become, as a head coach, company man, party line, politically correct.
He's a better coach this time around. He's got the Mavericks playing unbelievable, yeah.
They are on a tear. In fact, you can argue they're playing the best basketball of anybody over the last
10 games?
Well, maybe more than that. I can go back almost 2 months.
Yeah.
They have been on a tear.
He's got Luka playing out of his
and
mind.
it has a lot. I'm a big Rick Carlisle fan, but I think he had burned out on them and them on him.
Right.
So good, you got to change the voice.
Luka had burned out on him.
Okay, well, and vice versa.
Yes.
And I think he was done with Luka.
Yeah,
He was taking shots at Luka,
Yes.
not being in shape. Okay, so the point is, Jason, it's that Super Bowl bond we just talked about with Tom and B.A. that will never go away. Well, Jason was assistant coach and was sort of assigned to LeBron, actually.
Right.
I think he was LeBron's private coach in a lot of ways.
Right.
And they won the bubble championship. So you can't take that away, and it's a bond that you will never be able to break.
Right.
So he's going to always lean to LeBron in any of these kind of discussions. So if he gets